Hello. Today's show is brought to you by the color neon yellow green. Okay, gonna wait for people to come into the. Might do a art journal flip through. See, I guess it takes some time to people come in the room. Welcome. I think somebody just came in the room and wait, it's not showing up on my. Oh, there we go. Kevin Helming. Hello. You seem to be new. I haven't seen you before. I haven't seen you before in my chat. How are you? Are you an artist? Or are you not an artist? Or are you, if you've checked out my channel, you know I'm an artist. Can you tell us about yourself? So welcome. And I might start by showing. I might start by doing a art journal flip through. I might be doing that today. An art journal flip through. How are you today? How is your weather? I'm going to wait for more people to come in the room. How's your weather? Kevin? And how are you doing today? Okay, you can't stay. I'm glad you just popped in for a little bit. That's fine. You were the first person in here, so yeah, I just started and nobody else was in here, so I don't blame you. So if you can't stay, that's no problem. Yay, One Peaceful Mind, Alicia, Handmade, and Trav. Trav, hello. Would you guys like me to start doing an art journal flip through today? I've done a bunch of art journal flip throughs. That's because I have a lot of art journals. Well, I don't know if I have enough art journals to fill this whole year. I can't do an art journal flip through every day. But how are you guys doing? How's the weather? And I'm gonna wait for a little bit more people to come in here, and then I'm gonna start doing probably an art journal flip through. And do you guys know each other? Please meet new friends and greet old friends. Yeah, Trav, that's Dirty Rotten Imbecile, which I felt Alicia, I felt uncomfortable about calling One Peaceful. I felt uncomfortable about calling Dirty Rotten Imbecile his name, so he said I could call him Trav. You could call him Trav also. So nice to see you guys in here. And how's the weather? How's your day? Ian, you have time? You have time today for art discussion coming up on the panel? And today's show is brought to you by Neon Yellow Green. I just like doing that. I like doing a color of the day. See, the banner's the color, neon yellow green. Oh, he has time today. Yay. Everybody can watch our discussion. We're going to have an art discussion. Let me get the link. We're going to have me and Ian Jackson are going to have an art discussion. I love talking about art. Oh, he's doing a painting. We're going to be able to watch him doing a painting. Tomorrow, Wednesdays and Sundays, you can watch me do art live. That's tomorrow. And on Sundays, Wednesdays and Sundays, I do art live. But on all the other days, I do general chat and art chat if possible. Unless I can bring somebody up on the panel, I can have my artist friends like Alicia. If you'd like to come up sometime on the panel and create your art, we can just, you don't have to show your face. We could just watch your hands creating your art. And today, Ian is working on a painting. Last week, he was working on a drawing while we were talking. We talk about art. We have great discussions about art while we watch him paint or draw. Oh yeah, thank you, Trav, for remembering to hit the thumbs up. Thank you. I got a record to beat, 50 from 2 weeks ago Sunday. Edwana 365. Hello and welcome. So nice to see you. And I have an artist friend that's coming on the panel. He's coming up right now. And he's in the middle of working on a painting that I think we can watch him working on his painting while we can have art discussion. Hi, Ian.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Oh, wow. So is that a village near where you live or anything?
It's a village on the coast in England.
Oh yeah, because you and your father went on vacation there, right?
No, this is a place called Padstow in the south of England, but it's a nice picturesque place. It's just from a photo, this really.
Oh, it's from a photo? Okay,
yeah. So I'm part way through it at the moment. I'm trying to get a bit where what I'm working on, really. That'll do.
Really? My skills would stop me right where you are right now or before that.
Well,
I could not take that painting any further. I wouldn't even know how. I wouldn't know how, and I'm going to watch.
A lot to be done yet.
Because, right now I say that's impressionistic. Well, I don't know.
I've got the bones in there at the moment, but it needs a lot of work to get to the point where it's going to be finished. I don't think it'll get finished today because you've got to be very, very careful about how much work you do at any one time on a watercolor painting. And I don't want to rush this one just because I'm live or doing it as an instruction or anything like that. So, but before we go any farther, for those of you who didn't see it, if I can find it, where have I put it? Could this be it? Could it be it? It might not be.
And
no. No, where have I put it? Was it in here? No. Can't remember where I drew it. Oh, I know where I've drawn it. Just where I put it. Don't have as many pads of paper as I've got.
You have many watercolor pads of paper?
I've got that many pads of paper sometimes I don't know where I put things. So it's like a nightmare.
I know. I misplaced things too. I just bought something a couple weeks ago where some art supplies, some glitter and foil paper. I have no idea where I put them. They'll show up. I know I mean, they'll show up somewhere, but I'm like, I can't believe, why did I put them in such a place I can't even find them?
No, we put them out of the way thinking we're doing a great job. And that's not always the best idea. Well, I'm going to show you the outcome of the outfit. Yes, Eureka, I have found it.
Oh, that's nice when you can find it. Hi, Jen Drawing Academy. He's an Asian guy. Jen Drawing Academy. I'm sorry, I don't know where from Asia you are from. Jen, maybe you want to tell us from where in Asia you are from? Or do you know it?
I don't know, it weren't my most successful drawing.
Oh, show us the horse, because you started it last Friday, and maybe
I was doodling last Friday, weren't I? But I've got the eye completely wrong. I couldn't do anything about that. I have remodeled it slightly, but it looks more like a cartoon horse.
No, what you posted on Art Bar looks so good. Oh wow, that's no, that's faded out. The light's on it the wrong way or something like that. What you posted on Art Bar was so awesome.
It's the light on graphite. The light I've got at the moment on graphite, it just creates a horrible sheen.
Yeah,
you can't really show graphite off very well, because what happens?
If anybody was here on if anybody was here on Friday, he started this horse's head, and now he has finished it. But unfortunately, the light is not showing it to the best.
Thing is, if I were to show it you in daytime, it'd be a different thing. But I'm having to use artificial light now because it is night here now. So you have to use artificial light, and when you use artificial light, it kind of distorts the color of the picture. It's not very good. So that's life. But anyway,
welcome back, Kevin. Oh, sorry if I interrupt you every now and then. I got to read the chat. Welcome back, Kevin.
I'm just going to get myself set up and organized.
Okay. And welcome back, Kevin. I'm so glad. I mean, I see you're at work. You said you're at work and you might have to leave abruptly and then come back. And Trav, what do you have? Bob Ross is your icon? Look at that. Am I seeing that right? Is that Bob Ross as your icon?
The Rossinator.
Yeah, Ross, do you do painting yourself, or are you just a great appreciator? Oh yeah, and what Alicia's still here. One Piece for Mine, Alicia's still here. Awesome.
I think I might need some fresh water. I'll be back.
Okay, and that is not my, he'll be back. That's Ian, my friend Ian. He's doing a painting. Hippie Chick, thank you, but that's not my painting. That painting, she says, that is a gorgeous painting, Diana. And I go, no, that's not my painting. That's Ian's painting. He's from the UK, and he's an expert watercolorist. And he'll be working on that during our live stream today for as long as he is able to. Let's say, LOL, yeah, he paints, Trav paints a Duro logo. Okay, I grew up around art. My pops did charcoal, watercolor, oil, and pen and ink. Oh, okay, Trav. But that icon is Bob Ross, isn't it? Some say I inherited it too. Okay. And Hippie Chick says, okay, just got here, didn't left thumbs, we'll rewatch, got to head out. Okay, thanks, Hippie Chick, for stopping by. Oh yeah, and that is a Bob Ross icon. And art runs in its family. Right, and thank you again for being here, Alicia. we're just gonna watch Ian and painting, and then we might be having an art discussion while he's painting. Oh, he did say that is hard for him to do, talk and paint at the same time. He's in the middle of this watercolor right now of a place in the UK, which is a seashore, like a seashore town. Alicia says, I like seeing other people's art journals, but somehow I can't get myself to do it. Oh, today I'm not going to be showing, well, as long as Ian's here, I'm not going to be showing my art journal. We're going to be watching him paint plus talk about, have art discussion. But you can't. Okay, bye, hippie chick. And you like seeing other people's art journals, right? And I've got it brush painting. Oh, it is Bob Ross that he has this as an icon because he has art in his family. A lot of artists, some artists in his family. Does anybody else do watercolor? Trav, do you do watercolor? And I guess Alicia, I'm guessing you probably don't do watercolor because I know you make a lot of jewelry and mixed media. I've done watercolor. I've done quite a bit of watercolor, but it's not my forte. But I do have some fun with it. Oh, let's see. Instant message. Right now, the watercolor that you see right now, he's going to work on it. Oh, yes, yes.
Mm. I'm starting to get my dark areas in and plot those things out now. So that's the next step in the painting. Only problem is when I'm painting, I go quiet. So keep reminding me.
Reminding you what?
I said, only problem I have when I paint, I go quiet. So you have to keep reminding me.
Oh, you get quiet. That's right, because it's hard to talk and paint at the same time.
Yeah, you have to concentrate.
And right now, I'm writing back about an instant message about one of my moderators who can't show up today. I have to write back to him a message.
All right.
Right now, sorry, we're being quiet. I have to write a message, and Ian is painting.
Okay.
Just enjoy watching him paint. And before we start, a little talking.
I'll try my best to talk, but it's not very advantageous talking and concentrating on painting.
Did you ever watch? I didn't finish writing my message. I'm talking in the middle of writing this message. Did you ever watch Dina's video about getting into art galleries?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
You did?
I've seen the first one. The one that.
Right, the first one. Wait a minute. Is she going to have a part 2 on that? No, she's not. The next time she talks, she's going to talk about art licensing.
She did the first one, but unfortunately, due to circumstances beyond her control, it crashed halfway through.
Okay, so there's part 2.
A week later, she did a follow-up video.
Right.
Which was this week.
And you watched it?
I've not seen that one yet.
No, this week she's going to be talking about the new art challenge.
Right.
It was last Friday. Last Friday, she pretty much completed her talk about galleries.
Well, just to follow up on what she was saying last week, weren't it? Because a video crashed
Wow, I didn't notice that. Okay, well maybe I didn't see the week
Well,
before. Okay.
mhm.
Hold on, sorry, I'm still writing a message. And then I'm gonna check the chat. Welcome everybody. Okay, now I'm gonna check the chat and hi Mystic Unigon. Hi John Mallory. We have my artist friend Ian. You can see his name badge up there. And he is in the middle of working on a watercolor. He's like at the midway point. He's showing us from the midway point, and he still says he may not finish it today. It's of a seaside town.
Yeah. I don't really like showing this part of the painting off because it's the bit that's
It looks good though.
it's the bit that's the most tedious bit. Faffing about getting the detaily bits in, and I'm not about detail.
And you're what? You're not about detail?
No, I don't prescribe to detail.
I thought you liked that.
No, with watercolor, you just don't. It's just not necessary.
Right.
You suggest detail with watercolor.
Yeah.
You put too much detail in a watercolor, and it will make it look that it's not got that fluidity like watercolor should have.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I get it.
it's a very delicate balance.
But you've had so much experience with watercolor, right?
Yeah, I have, but you can still overdo it even more. So you have to be
So you really have to like think about where
you
you
have to be
put
careful.
details.
When you get into this kind of state, it's easy. Anybody can do a watercolor at the wash stage where you just
Yeah,
going
wash.
like that. You're creating washes. But when you
Right.
get to the detail end of it, you've got to be incredibly careful not to overdo it, because all that lovely wash work that you've done can be dwarfed by the detail. So you have to be incredibly careful about whether you put any detail in it. In fact, I'm looking at it, and there's certain areas now that I think are a little bit overdone.
So you might finish it today because you don't want to
Well,
add.
it might be.
Yeah.
It
What?
might be. It's just well, overdone isn't finished, is it? It just means it's overdone. So you just have to be careful with them, because, like I say, you could really easily over detail. It's generally because you're detailing a piece of artwork too much, and I fall victim to that an awful lot.
Oh, really? You
Yeah.
feel like you put too much, you put in too much detail too
Sometimes,
often?
yeah. I'm trying to learn to be a lot more looser than what I am, and
Yeah,
that
there's a watercolorist on YouTube where she has this method called well, it's not probably maybe not her method, but where you she lets everything flow and she puts the paints with the water. She
well,
paints
that's
with
it.
the water and then adds the thing, and she likes to add, and I think she paints a lot of floral stuff. It's mainly floral things.
Well, it's especially important with florals because they've got that natural flow about them anyway. So that, yeah, and that's what you try to achieve. It's more about letting the paint flow itself rather than putting detail in. So
Right.
I'm going to be very, very careful about whether I'm wanting to put I'm just putting certain things in to indicate bits and bobs, and then I'm going to go back to washes and then I'm going to unite it all in one tonal value, and then it'll look right then. But at the moment, for me, it's got way too much detailing in it. I think in fact, I even feel like I've blown this painting now.
Oh, you already feel like this has too much detail in it?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
so
at this moment in time, it's not a massive issue because when I put other things on there, you can mask a lot of that detail by putting washes back over it.
yeah, you're going to put washes. That's how you're going to minimize the details, right?
Yeah, but you've got to be careful because then you start getting into the realms of overdoing a piece of work.
Right.
So it swings and roundabouts.
Oh, hi, Mystic. Unigon again. Sorry you're tired from work and sore. And so Diana, someone else did the... Oh, she's talking about the spam. Somebody else did it too?
Spam?
Oh, do you have spam meat there? It's canned meat called spam.
Yes, it's an American product.
Right, it's American product. So we have in the chat, she works at a store. Mystic Unigon
Right.
works at a store where they sell all different flavors of spam, and she made a video today about it.
All right. It's mainly generally made of pork, but you can add things in it like I don't know, spices and things like that.
Oh yeah, like there's jalapeno flavor, there's black pepper flavor, there's listed them all off. The only one that I noticed they didn't have was I thought of it last night. I was wondering, oh, I wonder do they have pizza flavor spam? And well,
No.
at her store they don't. No. Turkey flavored.
Pizza flavor. Well, it depends.
They do have turkey flavored spam. I'm pretty sure I think she said that. Did she say that? Because that sounds very strange. Maybe I'm remembering that wrong. And they want to see if mine is different. Oh, good.
I'm a bit of a traditionalist in the sense that I like spam with a little bit of you put batter on it and then fry it.
Oh, frying it is good. I think I don't eat spam. I never eat spam. I don't know. I'm not a spam eater, but you eat spam, Ian?
Occasionally. I don't eat a ton load of it.
Frying it probably would be good, right? Oh, hi,
Yeah, it makes it nice and crisp, but obviously it's not good for you if you're on a diet.
Oh, and Pickerick loves spam. Well, Pickerick, did you see? I'm sure you saw Mystic Unigon's video today, right? Yes, there is a turkey one. She said that. Yes, there's a turkey one.
Well, and any meat, basically all it is spam is meat that's like squashed, minced up, and then
it's kind of like different parts of the pig, right?
It's like processed meat.
Where different parts of the pig are put together, just like that's how they make a hot dog.
Yeah, it's pretty much similar to a hot dog, yeah. But then again, with hot dogs, you can get there's hot dogs that have virtually no flavour in them, and there's some hot dogs that are so spicy and flavoured. I mean, I like to get a sausage that's tomato sausage. That's
Hi,
nice.
Killer Girl. You got spam. I know spam. Another word for spam is the stuff you get in the junk mail that you get in your email, right? We're talking about.
Listen, I've been on. I don't know. I think I made a mistake going on. What do they call it? Instagram.
You made a mistake?
Yeah, because to be frank, all I get all the time is people like spamming me, and you can't get rid of them.
You should. Well, if you want any
Well,
kind of tip, any kind of professional tips about that, Dina has also made about a month ago or even 6 weeks ago. She made a video about how to do Instagram as an artist.
You can get rid of them. It's just that you've got to go through the process of actually clicking them off. And I prefer it that people just don't go on it.
You got a lot of spam on Instagram?
Oh, I get people advertising all the time to me.
Oh, really? I've been on Instagram for several years, and I don't feel like I get spam, but I don't get like very much attention. It's like it's horrible. I really don't like Instagram that much.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I don't get loads of people coming on and saying, "Oh, Ian, love your art." I don't get hardly any. But what I do get is a ton load of people who are advertising, coming on and they just say, "Oh, great, click our site." And
because they want your art. They want your art. You mean they want to represent you?
No, it's companies selling their wares. They say, great, love it. They don't say anything about it. They just say, great, love it. You click on it, and it's some company flogging something.
Oh, are you talking about in your Instagram feed, or are you talking about people that comment on your
in your comments?
In your comments, you're getting a lot of spam in your comments.
Yeah, but I get tons of it. Absolutely, and that and the problem is I've got a spam filter on my computer, and it still comes on.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. Oh, hi, Sharon. Hi again, Pickle. Welcome. And let me try to pronounce this name. Dang. I saw you over at somebody else's channel. Okay. Hello, Dang Cap. And Pickerick says he's been on Instagram for years and he never gets spam. I've been on for a few years, and
other thing I get is
I don't know. You know, maybe it could help.
As soon as you come on, you'll get loads of semi-naked young ladies saying, "Come and see my new pictures," and that's all other things I get as well.
I don't know. Unless you just want to like consult with Dina, because she actually, you know, she's doing very well on Instagram. She has like 30,000 followers on Instagram. She does very well on Instagram, and has gotten commercial artistic art opportunities through Instagram as well. And I don't know if
I'm more than sure that you can. I'm sure it's a good platform, and I do keep in touch with some people on it. I'm not saying it's not usable, but I'm just saying you've got to be careful with Instagram, because unlike other platforms, it seems to be just open for anybody to put information on your page.
No, good. I haven't had that problem. But listen, here's somebody who says they don't even know. They must be a younger person. They say they don't even know what Instagram is.
No, they must be an older person.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe an older person. You're right. You're right. Yeah, all the younger people know it, right?
All youngies go on Instagram. I'm too old for Instagram.
I guess so. You're right. What is Instagram? Well, I can't tell you right now. It's another platform, and actually it's owned by Facebook. Did you know it's owned by Facebook?
It's basically
Owned
an
by, I should say
an
owned by Facebook.
instant messaging system for images.
For images, I know. And some
Yeah.
people just take off and do well on Instagram, and I just don't.
Yeah.
I do better on YouTube.
To be frank,
Better on YouTube, and
the best strategy is to do well on one
yeah,
one platform. Because if
right.
you spread yourself out all the time on dozens of platforms, you're going to be there all day faffing about with them.
I never heard of that. I heard about like, yeah, do at least three. Do at least three or
Well,
more if you can. And
that's okay if you can keep up with it all day.
I can't.
But I can't. No way.
I can't. And now that you said that, I don't feel bad that I can't, because I'm like, Facebook, they always block. They always if you have put a link. I don't do well on Facebook. Every now and then I put an image out that everybody, whoa, they love it, but that happens like twice a year or something. Other than that, most of the time, if I post an image on Facebook, it gets hardly any notice at all. And then Twitter, I've tried to figure out Twitter, and I don't get anywhere with Twitter. I really can't understand it. And Instagram, I've tried, and I really don't get much. I don't really get very. I don't like Instagram. I gave it a shot for a few years. It doesn't work for me. Actually, YouTube probably works the best for me.
Right. Well, it depends. If you're a person who's into doing videos and stuff like that, and you that's the platform. I mean, if you set it up all right, they should all support one another.
Oh, it turns out that person doesn't know about Instagram. Is a young, I think a young person.
A young person? How young?
It must be real. I don't know, because one of my friends just said he's a young whippersnapper. So I don't know how young he. Yeah. So and he just had to leave for a phone call. So that person, we don't know, but yeah. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up. I am trying to beat a record of 50 that I got 2 weeks ago Sunday. 50. Yeah. 50. Would love to get
on YouTube. I get an awful lot of views, but I don't get an awful lot of likes. So my videos go downhill really fast.
Oh. Views matter, though. Views matter. But
no,
I know the likes matter also.
Not as much as a like, because you've got to get over the threshold of
100.
about 100.
100.
And then once you get over that, then YouTube starts advertising you.
But also, if you got a ton of views, I think you would get noticed also.
No, it don't equate like that. I've never seen any of my videos that keep going up when I've got views, but
let me oh, Ian, let me stop, and I got to read the chat. Just a moment. Excuse me. Okay, hold on. Get that one right, Ian. Heck yeah. What? Got that one right. Instagram. Tim's World. Thank you, Pickerick, for reminding people about the thumbs up. Yes. Welcome, Tim's World. Nice to see you. And I don't know if in Tim's World, I guess you're not sure if you know what, I guess you're saying you don't know what Instagram is either. You have question mark, exclamation point. Mystic Unigon, I wish I could get his community on Discord. What? Get this community on Discord, Rick. It's a great chat program. And you can share.
Again, that's another platform.
What,
and
Discord?
Discord. I'm on Discord with one or two work communities, but again, it's the same people. So if you're already on like Facebook, for example, with everybody, why go on another community platform with exactly the same people?
Hi, old beer buzzard. Old beer buzzard says he doesn't even know how to use a cell phone. He's an older guy. Oh, you don't even know how to use a cell phone?
Do you know what? I think
My goodness, my cell phone's going off. Hold on, I'm not going to answer them. Silence it.
I'm sure he must be the happiest person on the planet then.
Who? Old beer buzzard. He's a poet. He's a poet. He's written books of poetry, and I've read two of his poems. He has a website that has his poems on it, and his poems are really long. And I've read two of his poems a few weeks ago and loved them. And I couldn't read them all because they're so long, but two of them I enjoyed very much. Yes,
I'm the UK's best dyslexic poet.
Really?
Yeah. It's just nobody understands what I write.
What is Ian's channel's link?
Is it not in the your channel? Well, wait a minute. I'll put I'll write in the chat.
He's going to write in the chat. Ian, his name is Ian Jackson. He's going to write. He's going to write with
If I can find where I am.
So then you can check out his channel. Stack. Yeah, you'll be able to. Oh, JC, hi. So nice to see you again.
Right, I'm going to pop that out now.
Yesterday we had such a great talk. So nice to see you again today.
Yes.
Good. Pickerick says he likes Discord, but doesn't have many friends there. It's more money. And
so I've put my name in. If you click on my name there,
Ian Jackson, Stack Rules. There he is. Ian Jackson, the artist on here on the panel. He just put in his
directly under Pickerick's.
Right there. It's the last post. I mean, it's the last. So you can click on his channel. Old Beard Buzzard is Instagram like Twitter? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's
different. No. Instagram is totally different, and they're different than Twitter. Is so weird.
Instagram is more written. You write things and tweet, right?
No, you said you mean Twitter. Twitter's more written.
Yeah.
Instagram is more image.
Instagram is the image equivalent. You just put picture after picture after picture. You don't put any words in it. It's not really that.
Oh, you can.
Oriented. Oh yeah, you can do. You can talk all day, but it's not very text orientated, is it? It's more about visual things.
You're talking about Instagram, right?
Yeah.
It's all the hashtags. Hashtag, and
I thought they were starting to get rid of hashtags.
Well, I don't. That's what I thought. A lot of Instagram is based on all the hashtags, but also the image is the most important thing. That's the thing that you see first. You don't see text. You see the image first.
Yeah, and you have to search for the actual text that goes with it by clicking on various things, don't you? You're saying that you have to do that with Twitter.
And Twitter, I don't understand, because you could tweet something out and it goes nowhere unless somebody retweeted it and shared it and retweeted
it only goes to those who link to you on your Twitter.
Oh, who are like your
It doesn't go,
subscribers?
Yeah, kind of. It kind of just goes to those who are linked, who've shown interested in your.
I got like 300 subscribers. I got 300 followers on Twitter, but
so it will go to them.
Oh, right? It will go to them. Okay. Yeah. I see. I feel like I need a book to understand Twitter. I don't I need like a Twitter for dummies. That's what I need, or something. Okay, I get that. All right. So 300 people are getting my tweets when I do tweet something.
Yeah. It'll come up on their system as you've tweeted, and then it's up to them if they tweet it back. If they say, "Oh, look what," if they retweet,
that's a whole different thing. Then it multiplies how many people see it.
Yeah, and then it becomes viral eventually.
Right.
Which never really happens.
Not and then thank you, Pickerick. Pickerick just posted your link.
Yes, thank you, Pick. I was just writing that down.
And Alicia's back. And hi, Alicia. Tim's World. I don't even do Facebook. Okay, Tim's World. You obviously, I guess you do YouTube. You're not missing anything. I just like Facebook actually only for the art groups, and even then I'm like a little bit iffy about. I mean, there's quite a few good art groups actually on Facebook. So that's what I like. Actually, what I like Facebook about. And then keeping up with certain family members, I like it. I like it for that.
I've just been teaching Gracie how to use what they call it. StreamYard.
Oh, StreamYard.
She's wanting to learn how to.
Gracie Shack? You're talking about Gracie Shack?
Yeah.
Oh, is she UK? She's UK, right?
She's UK, yeah.
Oh, she's very friendly. She's very friendly with me. Living Yes, welcome, Living Yes. Nice to see you here. Oh, thanks again, Pickerick, for reminding people. Thumbs up the live. If you just got here, please thumbs up the live. It really helps out. I'm trying to beat record of 50 from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, if you want to beat that live, I tell you what, there's not very many people get 50 on a live stream.
I know. I want to beat 50. Gotta be 50.
Is that 50 actually there at the live? Do you mean, or do you mean?
Yes, it happened on the live. It did. It happened on the live. Yes.
Right. Oh, that's something to be applauded, because a lot of people, very well established people, don't even get that.
So, thank you. Well, I didn't know that, because I thought a lot of the live streamers that get a ton of people, I thought they're getting like always 100 or more.
Not necessarily. You might have your odd ones like the Frugal Crafter and the Art Sherpa and things like that, and some well-established crafters who might get over 100.
Oh,
but
okay.
Apart from that, no. It's down in 20s and 30s for most people.
There's somebody else I follow, and she's not an artist, and she always gets. In fact, she always gets over 100. She live streams like 3 and 4 times a week, definitely 3 times a week, and then sometimes on a weekend, and then plus she puts out a couple videos every week, like 2 videos every week, and she has like 5,000 or more subscribers, and all her live streams get 100 or more. And I was watching one time.
Yeah.
I don't want to name their name, but I was watching one time, and the first 18 minutes she got 100. It took her 18 minutes to get the first 100.
If you build up and build up and build up, and that can take a while.
Yeah, that's what she must.
You do get those kind of numbers. But it won't come straight away, that. And you've got to have,
not come at all.
Well, it's about whether you've got a creative art product that people want to watch, innit? Really.
Right.
Look,
Well, no,
if
no,
that,
she's not an artist. She's not an artist. All she does is
well,
talk.
from our viewpoint, we're talking about art, aren't we?
Okay, all right.
So she might go on, but I bet she's not the only person on the internet who does what she does. So she's got to compete with other people
That's right.
who will do that. So she will have had to have built up over a period. Things just don't come like that. People have to learn to be patient and play the long game.
Right.
If you can't be patient with, especially art, if you can't be patient, then it's probable that you're not going to be successful as an artist. Because
Look at Tim. Yeah.
it's took me 40 odd years of very hard working almost every day to get to the level that I am at now.
Do you ever
Where
do
am I?
art festivals at least? You could sell your stuff at art festivals.
I've tried it. Last year, I tried
Yeah.
at an art festival. Unfortunately, I were invited along by the actual organisation to do it, so it didn't cost me anything, which is a good thing because I didn't sell any of my paintings.
Oh my.
Otherwise, it would have cost me £50, £100 to have a stall.
Oh.
So they're not worth it. You got to be
You
certain.
didn't sell anything. I can't believe it.
You've got to be absolutely certain that any venture you take with your art is financially underpinned. Because you can plough a lot of money into doing projects with art, and
Right.
it come to nothing. And there's
Right.
nothing worse than that.
Mm-hmm.
It can really damage
If I
you.
lose a little money, I don't mind. But if I lose a lot of money, I'm like, I'm not putting in a lot of money to do. If I lose a little money's okay. But not a whole bunch of money. I don't want to lose on like suppose I have to frame everything and put it in a show and I don't sell anything. I'm like, no, that's a huge investment.
Well, I mean, it weren't that it was the quality of art or anything like that. Because when other store holders, I were talking to them, and their art is phenomenal, and I mean, next level up, phenomenal, right? And they didn't sell anything, and sometimes it's because art fairs, they're so full of things that it's sometimes where you're placed in building. It might be down to that.
Down to what? Sorry, I'm reading the chat, and you said it's down to what?
In some cases, it might be where you're placed in the building.
Oh, you're
as silly as that.
Of like where you are placed in the art festival, you mean?
Yeah, it can be down to it can be down to that finite level of issue.
Oh no, not when I was not when I did art festivals. There was nothing about my location that would have especially there was this one festival that was indoors and outdoors, and I happened to have an indoor location. It was so weird. It's like I thought I had painted stuff that people would like, and I had it hanging, and I had stuff on displayed on the table plus hanging behind me, and I kept watching person after person carrying out these huge abstract paintings that some guy was selling in the corner. Huge abstract paintings. They just kept person after person kept walking out with these huge abstract canvases. And I'm like, oh my goodness, who would know? I mean, how would you? And then my husband got mad because some people would come to it was maybe only one person. I don't know if it was two people, and they would haggle on the price of I had a 4x4-inch little tiny painting displayed on the table. I had paintings all different sizes, but I had these 4x4-inch, and they were haggling on the price for $5, and he was so disgusted by that.
Well, depends on whether thing is, generally the only reason why I want to sell my paintings is to make more space, or they're just sat there doing nothing.
Right, to make.
I
So
mean,
that
I'm not bothered whether they go for £5 or £500. I frankly don't care. So, I mean, I tend to end up giving most of my paintings away. So, you know, to worthy causes. It's just, it helps if you can raise some money for your purchasing art equipment, because as we all know, art equipment is incredibly expensive, especially if you're talking about using professional equipment.
Oh, thank you, Alicia. Right, thank you, Alicia, for reminding people about thumbs up. Yeah, thumbs up. Thank you. Very important. Okay, I get tired of trying to tell people that, right?
Well, we forget, don't we? I mean, one of the jobs I do when I'm a moderator is to make sure that people are aware that thumbs up matters. It does, it really. On YouTube, it is the be all and end all.
All right, so everybody
Absolutely.
on YouTube, thumbs up are the be all and the end all. The
It don't
be
matter
all
what.
and end all. Thumbs up.
On YouTube, nothing else matters.
Nothing else matters. Besides your view. Your view and your thumbs up.
You can put the best comment that's ever been written in the history of humankind in it. That will not make a jot's worth of difference.
They don't count comments, do they?
No.
They don't count comments. They count the thumbs up and the views, but mainly the thumbs up.
Well, it's to see how popular thing is, and when they know YouTube, when they know something's popular, they latch onto it, and then they put an advert on under it, and then they make money out of it, and that's the model. That is the model for YouTube. Simple as that. So, if you want more videos by a certain artist, then what you need to do is make sure that you click the thumbs up, or eventually they'll fade into background like I am.
Well, I am. I'm still in the background.
Well, I mean, as many well,
I'm just trying to grow. I'm growing a little bit.
As many subscribers as I get every week, right? And I don't get many. I get about 10 going down as well, because
I
they keep saying,
you get 10 down, you get 10 up, 10 subscribers, and then you lose 10 subscribers.
And
it's
you never
horrible.
go any farther forward. So
no, the only time I've ever gotten really to keep going forward on my subscribers is to join those network streams. And then I
don't like doing them, because there's a lot of people who go on them and said, "Oh, I've subscribed to you."
I know, and then you get like dead subscribers. You get like dead subscribers.
Yeah, they are. They're either dead subscribers, or they don't, or they're not. They're not being truthful with you.
You know what? This one guy said, it's like business. Out of 100 people that you're going to meet on those network streams, 10 of them are going to be good contacts.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I'm not saying every. I mean,
take a bunch of people's hands before. So those network streams are worth something. Just understand that if you meet 100 people, 100 people aren't going to subscribe to you or be really connected to you. So that's how I've met some really good. I've met some really good contacts. I mean, I met tons and tons of people on network streams, but out of them, like he said, out of 100, you're gonna maybe 10 are gonna be like worthwhile contacts.
Yeah, it's good if they remain connected to you, and that's the real thing.
All 100 will not be. You have to understand the percentage.
But that's it. That's the price you pay. If you're going on a network and you're gaining those people, you're inevitably going to lose them eventually.
And then somebody in the stream says, Sherry says, probably more like 1 out of 100. And now for me, I think it's about 10 out of 100. I don't know.
I'm really
like 10 or 20 maybe out of 100.
I'm really surprised that there isn't a networking channel that doesn't cater specifically for creative artists. Because because maybe that people might actually.
We got to start one. We got to start one.
What one that's there to be, for clicking on to, and I mean, with things like this, you can network. So, and there's nothing wrong with people like clicking on people's channel and supporting them. Absolutely nothing wrong. But what you've got to be careful on nowadays is YouTube don't like you saying certain things. So don't say, I've clicked on you or I've done this or that.
I know those people that run those network streams, they remind everybody. They're like Nazis. They say, do not use these words, do not use the S words. Don't say this, don't say that. And they totally tell people what not to say. You could say I joined your channel. You could say I joined your channel. You don't have to say I subscribe to you. You could say I joined your channel. I'm a new friend.
The thing is, at the end of the day, you don't really need to say that though, do you? If you're honest and you have done, people will know that you've joined. If you came and joined my channel today,
I don't know. Sometimes you get an email. I don't know unless people tell me though, because I don't get an email then.
That's what I'm saying. If you came and joined my channel today, I'd get a notification saying so-and-so's joined your channel.
I got to turn on those notifications. I don't get that notification. I used to, and then something happened, and then I don't. So I better look into my settings and turn on those notifications so I can get an email for when I know when somebody's subscribed.
Well, I mean, in your system anyway, it should tell you that you've been notified. If you go into your subscribers, it says recent subscribers. And you can see who's subscribed.
Hi, Ian Matthews. He's from the UK also. Hi, Ian Matthews.
Hi, Ian. So it kind of it tells you who subscribes to you. In
Hi, Bobby.
Order.
Hi, Bobby. Welcome.
Not right sure what I need to do now. I'm overfaffing.
Hi, Pink. Welcome. Pink Prozac, professional cookie maker and jewelry maker.
So
yeah, don't forget to hit that.
There's been that great debate, and I don't know.
What was that?
That there has been a great debate over the subject of cookies. Which side of the force has the best cookies?
Which side of the pond?
Force.
Oh, what word are you saying?
Force.
Which side of the force
has the best cookies?
My friend Pink Prozac makes the best cookies.
Apparently it were a joke at one of these Comic-Con things about they were making some cookies. See, Ian knows.
She's saying Ian to the dark side.
Yeah, they reckon that there were these two cookies, and one what light side at force, and other one what dark side at force cookies.
What's that, a UK show?
Eh?
A UK story?
No, Star Wars. You've heard of Star Wars. Yeah.
Okay.
You've heard of Star Wars, haven't you? Dark side and light side. At this convention for Star Wars fans, they had some cookies, and some were light side of the force and some were dark side of the force cookies. And they reckon that the dark side of the Force cookies were best.
Oh, I think One Peaceful Mind, Alicia might know what you're saying. She said LOL like 20 times.
Oh, do you know in late 70s, Mystic Unigon.
Mystic Unigon.
I keep.
No, but it's One Peaceful Mind, Alicia, that was saying, she was saying LOL 20 times. Oh, I see what you're saying. Mystic Unigon, Ian, I have a big Darth Vader. Sorry, I just want to read this. And set him so he's holding my webcam. Oh, that's cute.
Oh, that's a great idea to hold a webcam. Let him hold it for you. In 1970s, I bought a really large Darth Vader. It cost a right arm and a leg. But one of my nephews broke it.
Not just the costume. You bought a real one?
No, not a costume. A giant model. And one of my nephews, as a kid, like ran into it, smashed it, and broke it.
Oh.
And it honestly, if it had been around now, it probably would have been worth thousands.
Really?
Yeah, because it were an original from 1970s. So I'm going to give him a punch in the face one day for that.
Today's show is brought to you by the color neon yellow green.
Oh.
See?
What number?
Neon. I'm sorry, no number, just colors. I just deal with colors. Brought to you by the color neon yellow green.
That's not very Sesame Street, is it? We've got to teach these
I'm
people about
sorry.
colours.
Totally Sesame Street. I'm just
Okay.
with colors.
Oh, okay, I'll do a little.
And brought to you by the color, by the number 55. I want 55 thumbs up.
No, you know what number? You know what number it
up.
should be, really, and then we can get rid of it. Just say today's number is 42. I'm going to leave you for a second or two to think about that number, and then then we'll never have to think about it ever again. 42.
No, it's 55 today. 55.
No, 42. There's a reason why I said 42.
Why?
Have you ever heard of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
No, I've heard of it, but I never read it.
I'll give you a very brief story about it. A computer was created to calculate the ultimate answer to the ultimate question, right? And it came up with the answer 42 as the answer. 42 is the ultimate answer to every question.
Oh, God, really?
Yeah. So if you ever get asked a question and you don't know it, just say 42.
Okay.
And somebody who knows that will just laugh at it. But it gives you a few seconds more to think of a really cunning answer.
Hi, SG. Hi, SG, and hi, Paul's Blind Soup for the Soul. Welcome back again. You came in here yesterday. So nice to see you again. Paul's Blind Soup for the Soul.
Oh, you are kidding.
Wow. Blind Paul Soup for the Soul. You're legally blind, right, Paul? Right, Paul? And then Pink Prozac loves that book that you're talking about.
I'm legally brunette.
Oh, we got 23 likes. Come on, everybody. Guess what? In YouTube, the thumbs up are the end all and the be all. The be all and the end all.
Yes.
My record is 50 from 2 weeks ago Sunday. Gotta beat 55 is the number. Today's show is brought to you by the color neon yellow green. Neon yellow green. And the number 55.
55. Right, what else can I do on
And the
that?
letter. They have to give a letter too. Right,
Mm.
letter. Letter A. No, letter E for
No,
excellent.
does Sesame Street have a letter? I'm not a big Sesame
letter.
Street.
Don't they do they usually just do a number and a letter. I don't think they even do a color. They don't even do a color.
No, that's your connotation.
I made that up.
Unique to you.
They usually do a letter and a number, I think.
Do you know what? I'm getting the vibe that I need to.
Thank you, Pink Prozac. Yes.
Other than softening certain bits, which I might do.
Oh, thanks, Sherry. And Stack Rules is still here. He's a new fan of yours, Ian.
Oh, very good, thank you. Well, when I actually get time to actually do some proper videos where I go through it, and my normal videos, I actually take the time to explain what I'm doing.
Right.
Because what I do is I paint the picture, and then I go back and I actually narrate it and say, this is what I'm doing here.
Yeah, you definitely got to check out his channel, Ian's channel. Right?
So it's when I'm live, I just go very quiet. I do apologize. I've only got one brain cell that works well, so it works really hard, and you know,
one brain cell that works really hard.
I've got 50 trillion brain cells. It's just that there's just one that does it.
Works really hard.
One. There's only one that actually does a full shift. So you know, what can you do when you've only got half a brain? Oh, what were I doing? No, that's it. Because I've noticed halfway through program, why didn't nobody tell me the dreaded look?
Whoa, need one more thumbs up for 25. One more for 20. If you forgot when you came in, please give thumbs up. It's the end all and be all for YouTube.
Oh yeah. Right.
And okay, Pickerick says, Diana, you need to scroll up and see what Stack Rule says a comment to Ian about the mug. What mug?
What mug?
I'm sure I saw everything I think I saw everything that Stack wrote.
Have I got a mug?
A mug? What mug? Ian does not have a mug. I know that he said he was going to join. He wanted Ian's link because he's going to join his channel. I know that. I'm scrolling up. Okay, but anyway, I can't find it. I can't find it. But Paul's Blind Soup for the Soul. I love the name of your channel. Paul's Blind Soup for the Soul says that yes, wait a minute. Yeah. Hold on. Yes, he became legally blind for the past 2 years. Oh, Paul, I'm legally blind for about the past 12 years. Is it 12 years? Yeah, probably around the past 12 something years.
Do you know, Bobby, what would be better to do is send a picture over, and you have it'd be cheaper to actually send an image over digitally, and you have it printed on a mug over there, because if I put it in, I'd have to package it so carefully, a mug, that there's every likelihood it'd still get broke. So
he wants you to put that picture on a mug?
It's just not feasible because, I mean, US mail have already destroyed two of my paintings,
Oh
so
goodness,
it's
really?
just not something that I'm prepared to
Maybe
do.
a t-shirt. Maybe a t-shirt.
Not a watercolor painting like this. I can see how it might look nice on a mug, but it's dead easy to take a digital image and have it put on a mug in your local town. There'll be somebody in your local town that will do that for you. You
But
know,
here we have Paul's Blind Soup for the Soul. He said, Ian's accent sounds familiar to me. He says, I was originally born in Leeds, England, West Yorkshire.
well,
I don't know how you say it, Yorkshire.
Yorkshire.
I have
York,
family there.
you'll be surprised to know that my family also come from Leeds. My mum comes from Leeds. I live in South Yorkshire near Barnsley.
Hi, Roy's the boy. Good evening.
So there you go. We've got a bit of heritage in common. Yeah,
Oh, you got heritage in common with
yes.
Paul?
We're both well, as families are both from Leeds. So
Hello again,
uh,
Roy's the boy. Welcome.
Leeds, by the way, is a big city in the north of England in Yorkshire. If anybody's not familiar, but it is a big city. Although I don't actually live there. I live in South Yorkshire.
You live in South Yorkshire?
Yes, which is
And
it's
Yorkshire pudding. Do you like Yorkshire pudding?
it's mandatory to like Yorkshire pudding, of course.
What
Yeah,
is Yorkshire pudding? What is it?
it's just a batter. You know, a little bit like well, best way you can. It's almost like a pancake, but it rises up.
Oh, is it like a cake pudding?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, although they don't right properly, it is a sweet, right?
It's like a bread
But
pudding. Bread.
I don't know. It's not bread. No. Anybody help me out? It's just like it's
It's
like a
like
batter.
cookie dough.
It,
Mystic
it,
Unicorn says it's like cookie dough.
it can. It's like a batter, and
Like a
you put
batter. Okay, like a thick pudding. It's like
you
thick.
put oil in it and the batter, and it like rises up in a very puffy. You know, like a profiterole.
Like a what? What's that last word?
A profiterole.
I don't know what that word is.
Uh, 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 it, uh, it, it's like very like it's full of air.
Like
It just
mousse. We're talking about this like
it just goes.
mousse.
It goes. I wonder if I can find a picture.
Like, is it like whipped cream mousse?
No, it's a solid thing, right? But it starts as a batter. You know what you
Mm,
would use. You know
sounds
what you
good.
would
I
use
think
to
I
make.
like it.
You know, well, look it up. Have a look. Have a look on
I'll look
internet at
it up.
Yorkshire
There's
pudding.
nowhere
Um,
around. There's no restaurant around here that would
oh
serve
no,
pudding.
it's something that you just make at home. I
You
mean,
have
it's
to
only got
cook
very
it.
basic ingredients. It's got flour.
And
Uh,
Roy's the boy loves Yorkshire pudding. He's from the UK.
um,
Is it like blood pudding?
no. Blood pudding is like pork with it has blood in it. It's like a sausage that is made from pig's blood.
Have you ever
Do,
heard of Rotherham?
Rotherham. I'm about 10 minutes away from Rotherham.
Rotherham. You're near Rotherham?
I am, yes.
Oh, Roy's the boy says he has friends near there.
Right.
He has friends in Rotherham.
I'm in an area called the Dearne Valley, which is between Barnsley, Doncaster, and Rotherham. And they're all like towns in the north of England. So I'm very well served around here. We've got 3 major towns.
And then Pickerick says, "Is it like fluffy? It's like fluffy stuffy." I don't.
Yeah, it's
know
like
about
it is fluffy. What it does, it expands. You know, like bread expands.
It expands.
Yeah, well, you know how it's got little air holes in it, don't you? That's what it does. It expands. When you put it in the oven, right, it expands, and then it bakes. And what comes out is a nice, soft, fluffy. It's like a bread. It's almost like a flatbread, but it raises up.
It must be kind of like a cake, isn't it? Like a cake?
No, not in density. It's not got the same density. Have you ever had a chocolate eclair?
Yes.
It's a little bit like that.
Ah, I like them. I love chocolatey.
Oh,
Chocolatey.
you would love. Right. Well, thing is, right, people have it with Sunday lunch, and they have it with the meat and veg and whatever they have on, traditional Sunday lunch.
Is it a
They have
dessert? But it's a
not,
dessert,
no,
right?
not as a dessert, but it's actually a dessert. But people have over years adapted it to go into the Sunday lunch. But if you look in the old recipe books, it's actually a dessert. So it's a bit weird. It can be both. It depends what you pour on it. Some people like to
Oh
put
God, you
salt.
can put different sauces on it, like different sauces.
Yeah, well, a lot of people have little bits of gravy on it. You know, gravy meat. Meat
Oh,
gravy.
like you said, it's not totally a dessert.
No, it can be either or either. It depends what you put on it.
Okay, it could be savory or it could be
Yeah,
sweet.
it's totally neutral, the pudding. What you put on
Oh,
it makes it either savoury or sweet. So it's
oh
really
my
down to
goodness!
you and what
I
you
want
want
to
to
look
put on
up
it.
a recipe
But
for Yorkshire pudding and bake it.
oh, it's so simple. Mind you, what you got to, you can, if you go to a decent supermarket, you can get them uh, in the freezer section.
Oh, not where I am. I don't think I can now.
It should be. Even in
No,
America, you have Yorkshire puddings.
I don't think
It's
so.
right.
I'm gonna have to find a
But
recipe for it.
yeah, your problem is you need a Yorkshire pudding rack for it, like a bun rack. You know, if you're making buns, little cupcakes.
Right.
You know the cupcake things that you put in your oven where they grow. But then you need one of those.
Hi, Shelley.
Honestly, watch a video on it. They're lovely.
Oh, I can watch a
You
video
can
on it
you
and
can
get an idea. Hi,
you,
Shelley. If you
you
guys
can
just got here, please give thumbs up. Thumbs up, please. All is all important.
the
Thank you.
the nicest thing to put on a Yorkshire pudding is a sprinkling of sugar.
That's what you like.
Yeah, just a little sprinkling of sugar, and it's lovely. They're very light and fluffy.
Alicia, Alicia,
Yeah,
one piece of
yeah.
mind says your painting is beautiful.
It's okay, but I think I could have done better with it. I think I
Listen
could
to
have done a lot better.
listen to him. Listen,
And
Alicia said it's beautiful. I say it's beautiful too. Oh my goodness.
I don't see enough connectives, and I thought it was going to be really nicely connected all this, but it's not.
What?
Maybe what I'm painting is not the right thing to connect.
I
There
don't know what
seems to
you
be
mean.
uh, things are like separate things,
I
and
know. I don't know. Look us
in
together. Oh, I'm not going
in
to argue. Never mind. I'm not arguing with you.
in a in a watercolor, a good watercolor has a flow of uh, things that interconnect it, and these look like separate things. and I'm just trying to see if I can get a colour to unify it all. We aren't putting too much more detail in it because it's already looking as though I've overworked it.
Everybody, people were, Picker Rick was laughing and Bobby was laughing, saying it's like a guessing, it's like a guessing dessert game.
Guess the dessert game, right? First one to get a Yorkshire pudding made wins a prize of a Yorkshire pudding.
A dessert guessing game.
Yay!
And now you got me so not. But you said it's closest to like a chocolate eclair, so kind of like as a cake.
Yeah.
A cake.
The outside of
it's
the
cake-like, and then the middle is like a pudding.
It's hollow in the middle. It just looks like a plate, you know, like a. Honestly, it's like this.
I have to look this up in a YouTube video.
Yeah, do it honestly, they're really nice to make and they don't take very long actually. You just have to watch them in oven that you don't burn them because they're delicate. And make sure that you get your mixers all done right. Get your recipe right. Honestly, it's a very simple recipe. I think I'm no expert, but it's eggs, plain flour. I think, is it plain flour? Flour, I'll just say flour for the moment. Milk.
Does your wife make them?
Because my wife's not English, I've had to teach her how to make them. But we don't.
She's Filipina. Your wife's Filipina, so that's why.
She loves them. She absolutely loves them. But it's easy for us to just go to the shop and get a packet from supermarket. Honestly, they only cost a few pence, and we'll literally just get them out of the freezer, warm them up in oven, because that you can do that. Once you've cooked it, you can put it straight in freezer, and then you just warm them up in oven when you want to use them. Although they're not as fresh as eating them when they've just come out of oven. But one of the things I like on mine is a bit of jam. Bit of raspberry jam, lovely.
Oh wow!
Another thing.
Have you ever heard of American Twinkies?
I've heard of Twinkies. Yeah, they're a crisp.
Somebody was talking in here about blueberry Twinkies, which I have never heard of. Blueberry
Twinkies. I know.
I've only heard like vanilla cream on the inside of a Twinkie, Mystic Unicorn.
Ooh. No, that's a bit. We get them really weird flavored Twinkies that taste like chewing the end bits of barbecue.
Now somebody's saying, is Yorkshire pudding like lava cake?
No, it isn't. No, I don't think it is.
No. You know what lava cake is?
I think I do. Yeah.
It's cake. It's like cake on the outside, and it's hot, like it's like chocolate cake on the outside and hot chocolate sauce in the middle.
No, it hasn't got a middle. Literally, it's like a bowl, and it kind of rises up a bit.
Like a bowl. A bowl.
Yeah. Can you look at it on internet now?
I will. No, I can't right now. Later on, I will. Other people probably could.
Wait a minute. I'll see if I can get a picture of it to come up on my. Yeah. Right. That's what I'll do. That's the easiest way of doing it.
It looks like, and then Paul says it looks like a muffin, but is hollow on the inside.
Yeah.
You bake them in muffin tins. It is not sweet. It is not sweet. Typically, you would have it on the side with roast beef and gravy. Yes. Very delicious and unique.
Yorkshire pudding.
And it's hollow?
Yeah, I'm gonna put a picture up in a second.
Thank you, Paul. Let's see. Again, hello again, Shaylee Lacron. How do you say your name? Lacron. Oh, good. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up, Shaylee. Shelly or Shaylee.
Mm.
Oh, and Sherry Kay knows a lot about cooking, and she said it's like a popover.
Oh, what? I don't know. It's a
Well,
very
maybe
old, it's a very
American.
ancient thing. It's been about for thousands of years, and we've had them in Yorkshire for a long, long time. So if it's anything, it's probably the first one that were around.
Oh, Bobby said I got 30 thumbs up. 30 thumbs up. It's the end all and be all of YouTube to get the thumbs up. Let's see if we can get it to 50, 52, 52. Really, well, the number for today is 55, but if you could get it to 52, that'd be awesome. 52. If you got here and you forgot, thumbs up is, let me get right in the middle. The be all and end all of YouTube are the thumbs up. Thank you.
Right, can you see these?
Oh, now you're going to show us. Okay, let's see.
They are Yorkshire puddings.
Oh my God, I gotta wait for it to show up on my YouTube. Oh, come on. Oh, not my YouTube. My iPad is like way behind except for the chat. Oh, okay.
And it's made,
and they're hollow?
It's made from
Are
a batter.
Hollow?
Yeah, because they're like puffy and airy. You know, like
You would think somebody's gonna put something in the middle of it.
Well, that's what they do. Once you've made them, you put something, whatever you like, in the middle of it.
In the middle of it. What do they do? Inject it? Oh, or if they cut it in half and put something in the middle, they could cut it in half.
You don't need to. There's a great big hole. It's its own self-contained bowl. It's a bowl in itself. Look at that. Can you see that?
Yeah.
It's hollow.
It's like a bowl.
It's a bowl. It comes out like a bowl.
It comes out like a bowl, but then you're showing some that have tops on them.
No, that's just they've raised a little bit high.
Oh, okay.
That's
it comes out like a bowl.
It comes out a bit like a bowl, yeah. If you've done it right, they're like bowls. And what you do is you fill it with your favourite filling. That might be meat. In this case, look here, it's gravy.
Okay, so it's savory or it could be a dessert.
In this case here, I don't know if you can see it right. These black things here, the berries. Yeah. So somebody's put some custard and berries in them.
Oh.
So you can do all sorts with it. These are, look, oh, that's a classic Sunday lunch.
Which one? Oh, okay.
So we've got probably some beef there and your Yorkshire puddings, some mashed potato, broccoli, carrots, and that would be considered a classic traditional English lunch. What they call a Sunday lunch.
Oh, okay. They don't call it a Sunday dinner?
Well, Sunday dinner, Sunday lunch, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. I could see them put like great. People would love to have gravy in the middle of it.
Well, it depends. If you're a savoury, if you're a person who look at this next one here.
Savoury or dessert. Savoury or sweet.
It all depends on what somebody's got. Ice cream. They've made a big one, and they put ice cream and possibly banana.
Hi, Mr. Fulton. Welcome.
I actually went to a posh restaurant, and for my pudding, I had a really large Yorkshire pudding, and it had melted chocolate and ice cream in the middle of it. Honestly,
nice.
It was one of the best things I've ever had.
Oh.
So, yeah, you guys, I want to see photographs of you making your Yorkshire puddings.
He wants to see our photographs of us making Yorkshire puddings.
That would be a really good series of things. USA people make Yorkshire puddings.
Of us American people, Pickerick, he's a big cook, and Bobby, he can be a big cook too. And we'd love to see a bunch of us. And it looks like Mystic Unigon, she's a big cook, and I would try. I'm not a big cook, but I would try to make it. And Sherry's a big cook. I think she already knows what it is, but that would be cool if we all make it and have a live stream about it. People come up on
Yeah,
the
come
panel
on, you
wearing
guys.
Yorkshire puddings.
I'm gonna challenge you. I'm gonna challenge you to make a Yorkshire pudding and put it up.
Yorkshire puddings.
It'll be called the Yorkshire Pudding Challenge, and you got to make one and video it, or at least take a photo of it and show us that you've made one.
Oh yeah, video or just take a picture of it. Oh God, I don't know when I'd have to like be in touch with the people on the lot that I live stream with and see when anybody could everybody can make it at different times, and if you can't, yeah, video it, take a picture of it, and make your own Yorkshire pudding. I'm gonna try.
And you then show us what you'd like to put in that Yorkshire pudding.
Yeah.
You know, because everybody's filling's going to be different.
Ooh. Well, I think I would put a dessert in it.
Yeah, whatever you want to put in it.
I think I would just put chocolate sauce and ice cream in it.
Oh, it's great. Melted chocolate is best. Just let it go onto the ice cream and it'll just set onto it.
I don't. I would probably just buy chocolate sauce.
Do you know chocolate sauce is not quite as good as melted chocolate?
It's just melted chocolate.
Yeah, just eat it up. Maybe with a little bit of
butter. I like dark chocolate, so I buy dark chocolate and then melt it.
Put some butter in first before you melt it.
Oh, okay.
Let that bed in, and then put your chocolate in, and then pour that onto it, and it'll stop the chocolate from burning. But you don't obviously leave the chocolate on the heat for very long periods of time. Although you can melt chocolate by pouring it over a bowl of hot water. But again, you can still burn it if you're not careful.
Oh, Mr. Fulton, welcome, and sorry your back is hurting. Oh God, you were riding on the bullet train at the fairgrounds.
Oh dear.
At the state fair, you were riding on the bullet train. I don't know what that is, but. And Shaley tells Ian, nice painting. Okay, here we go. Pickerick says, Diana, ask Ian if he's ever had hot lava cakes from Domino's.
Well, we have one or two Domino's in fact, actually, in the local town where I normally live, they've just opened a Domino's.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're in the process of opening it. They were putting sign up the other day. And lava cake, we don't normally call it lava cake. We call it double chocolate cake.
That's what you call it, double chocolate cake.
It's chocolate sponge on outside, and on inside it's got hot melted chocolate, hasn't it? It's got like an area inside it, like that is like a liquidy chocolate flavor.
Oh, I love chocolate. Don't you love hot chocolate lava cakes?
Or sometimes it's called double chocolate cake.
Yeah, don't you love them? I love those.
I've got to say, if I have anything
cold vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, that's what I tend to go for. If I'm going for a very rich chocolatey cake, I'll get some what's called Devon ice cream, which is very, very soft ice cream. That's something worth looking up as well.
We call that, if it's really soft ice cream, we call that soft serve ice cream.
Yeah. I think what they do in Devon is they put some seaweed in it or something. I don't know, but it's very nice. So, yeah. I think for the moment that's about as much as I can do with this painting.
Oh, really?
I just need to go away and think about what it is.
You got to think about it, right?
Because I think the picture that I've selected, it's not got enough contrast in the image.
Oh yeah, contrast. Not every painting has to have a high contrast. Some paintings are low contrast.
All the light is coming from that direction, and everything's facing that direction. So you've got like a really like flat.
Well, yes, I see it as a cloudy day, like where there's low contrast.
Mm.
It's low contrast. It's because if it was a really sunny day, if it was a really sunny day, it would be high contrast. So if you're going to add high contrast, it's going to start making it look like a sunny day. Right now, it looks like a cloudy day, overcast day.
Well, if you see here, you've got cloud here. It looks like it's a sunny day, but with bits of cloud in the sky. So
Right.
On the actual reference image, there isn't a cloud in the sky. I put some clouds in there to give the sky a bit of interest.
Right.
So I may need to darken this up to give it that wow factor. But we'll see. But I'm going to do it another day when my brain's switched on.
And then, do you have a Paul says, do you have a Facebook page for your baking Google like your cookie? No, he's talking to somebody else.
All right.
And then Sherry, who knows a lot about cooking, she says, for the love of God, popovers. I don't know what she's talking about. Do you know what popovers are?
Never heard of them.
That's where that might be more of American thing, but you don't know what I'm not sure what popovers are either.
You're not allowed to call them popovers. The Yorkshire puddings.
Oh wait, let me check before you. Oh my God, I'm so behind on the chat. Oh goodness.
Popovers. Where did it say popovers? Popovers. I'll go and I'll have a look. I can't find it. Where did it say popovers? Munching actually popovers. Right. Let's have a look. I'll tell you whether that's what they're called. I've not got anything coming up in the USA that looks anything like you would have thought that if that what name pop-up truck.
Oh boy, we lost a like.
Oh well. Honestly, you get a lot more than what I do on mine, so you're doing really well.
Thank you.
No, I can't find any reference to popovers. Is that what you said?
Really? Oh, come on. On Google, you must be able to.
Well, what are popovers? How did it,
Sure. Oh,
somebody
hi,
actually
Ian, are you friends with, wait a minute. Ian, are you friends with Pencil Connoisseur?
I have met Pencil Connoisseur, yes, on occasion.
He just joined the chat. Hi, Pencil Connoisseur.
There we
are.
He
said that's a nice painting. He likes your painting.
Thank you.
It's watercolor. Yes, Pencil Connoisseur. It's watercolor that Ian Jackson's been working on. And maybe you know Ian Jackson from Dina's live streams, or maybe from Chrissy Canvas Art live streams. Thank you for joining us. Yeah.
But right, can somebody put the spelling for that, whatever they call them, up?
Popovers? I'll put it in the stream. I'll put it in.
And then I can go and have a look.
Wait, I have to put it here.
I've done a Google.
This is how you spell it.
because it might not be spelt the way we
Okay,
spell
that's how you spell it. Can you see? You probably spelled it correctly. That's how you spell it.
popovers.
Oh, that might be 2 words. I'm not sure if it's 2 words or 1.
Right, popovers is what some of us call Yorkshire puddings. All right. Wait, I'll look at that. No, you've got to call it by its proper name.
I think it's 2. No, Bobby says it's 2 words.
You can't be taking our Yorkshire pudding away. You can't take our puddings. You can't take our puddings.
Oh my God. What did you say?
You can't take our puddings.
I don't know what you're saying, but this is how it is 2 words, popovers. And Sherry, who knows a lot about cooking, says that it's what popovers is what some of us. What's
You
wrong?
Americans!
What's wrong?
Taking our beloved Yorkshire puddings and calling them popovers.
Oh God!
Oh, shocking!
Oh no! Listen to him. He's furious.
Oh.
Oh no! They're 2 separate things. We cannot call popovers Yorkshire pudding. They're 2 separate things.
Right. Okay. Then is there something different about them?
We have to call them 2 separate things.
Yeah, because that's a copyrighted name.
No, he calls it. They're saying it's USA version. Never. I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to call it 2 separate things.
A popover is a light roll made from egg batter, similar to a Yorkshire pudding, typically baked in muffin tins. So basically, it's a Yorkshire pudding. It's it's a Yorkshire pudding. It's just somebody's created a name for it,
a different name for it,
and copyrighted it. It'll be a name that a company's got for it.
Oh, and they copyrighted it?
I'd love to go to that company's name and bring the flag of Yorkshire and stand it in their grounds and say, actually, that's a Yorkshire pudding, and I will bake it and eat it as I choose. I hate it when companies do that with it's a bit like jelly plate, for example.
It's a bit like what?
It's a bit like jelly plate, for example. You use that word out of context, and jelly plate company will say, "Oh, you're using our copyright." It's a word.
Wait, listen to what Pencil Connoisseur said. So you're saying Yorkshire pudding has the word York in it. So he's saying, why didn't the USA call them New York puddings? New York pudding.
Well, still a bit the same. It doesn't matter what name you give them. They're still Yorkshire puddings, aren't they?
Well, that's where it originated, because England is sure older than USA.
People in Yorkshire have been eating them for thousands of years.
Not thousands, right?
Thousands. It's one of the oldest recipes ever written down. You know what I mean? So respect the heritage.
Respect the heritage. Thousands of years people have been eating Yorkshire pudding.
Yes. And I've had thousands of them.
And if you're going to call it a popover, that's an American word for a separate kind of food, and we're going to call that a popover, but that's a separate kind of food.
No, it's just it's the same thing, but
you're going to say it's the same thing?
This popover is what they've called. It's to show that they can copyright a name, but all that is a Yorkshire pudding. I can 100% assure you it is. If you go and watch a video on how to make a popover, right, and then watch how to make a Yorkshire pudding, right, I bet it's almost exactly the same process.
Oh yeah, it could be.
I mean, that in saying that, there is a difference between something called a profiterole and a Yorkshire pudding. When you're making it, when you make it, it has cream injected into it once you've made it.
Right.
And then you dip it in chocolate, and that's what's
Ooh.
called a profiterole. Are you telling me you don't have profiteroles in USA?
God, can you spell that word?
No, because I'm dyslexic. Profiterole.
Are you really you're dyslexic? Really?
I
Yeah.
am.
Okay.
Yeah. Just look.
Profiterole. I've never even heard of that word. I could
Oh,
if
yeah.
you say by how you say it, I probably could figure out how to spell it, but
It's a good
I
job.
even never heard of that word.
Honestly, if I were in America, I'd starve to death. Oh dear. I mean,
Robbie's saying this is funny. It's a fight over a snack. No, this is not a snack. It's a side dish. It's a side dish.
It depends. It depends, you know, because sometimes it's part of the main meal. You know, it depends what you put in it. You know the actual bowl itself, right? You can actually put your meal in that. Literally, let's pretend that my hand there is.
Oh, if you made a huge one, you could put a meal in it, right?
Yeah, you if you've got one of those that's really large, you can put all your dinner in it. And people used to eat the dinner out of it. You know, back in poor days when people didn't have plates. That's why Yorkshire puddings have been popular for many, many years. Because you could literally put the food what you want in it and eat it. It's almost like a sandwich.
It's almost like a sandwich.
Well, you know, like a sandwich is self-enclosed and you can eat it all as one thing.
No, Pink Prozac, she's a professional cookie maker. She's just posted a link. I don't know if you want to check that out. It's a Google link. I think it's pertaining to this conversation.
Let's have a look. Yes, they are profiteroles. They are gorgeous. Honestly, if you want to have a go at making anything, have a go at them.
They're profiteroles?
Yeah, the word profiterole is a French thing. I believe the dough that's used for profiterole is slightly different to a Yorkshire pudding.
Oh, I see it. Cream puff.
Yeah, it's like a Yorkshire pudding, but it's like a ball, and they put cream in it, and then they dip once it's all done.
Puff. Yeah.
Once they've done it, right, they dip chocolate on top of it, and it's lovely.
And really nice. Is that similar to a Yorkshire pudding?
It's not too dissimilar. I mean, technically speaking, it is different, but it's pretty much on the similar lines. I think profiteroles are slightly more crispy, but what they are is miniature chocolate eclairs.
Right, they are kind of like they are round, like chocolate eclair kind of thing.
The little balls of chocolate eclair, yeah, and they're called profiteroles. But a profiterole is not that dissimilar to a Yorkshire. I think Yorkshire puddings are slightly lighter. They're made to be a bit. Profiteroles are made to be a bit more crisp. But when I cook them, it don't make no difference. They just go black and hard to bite. So, because I leave them in too long. That's why. Because I don't watch them. And what you mustn't do when you're making a Yorkshire pudding is keep opening the oven.
Don't keep opening it?
No, leave it in. Do not open the oven until you're ready to take them out. Because it flattens, it goes like that. Honestly, I've done it. It happens. You've got to know your temperature of your oven. Make sure that it's preheated, and have it ready. And then it goes in for I don't know, about half an hour, and then it comes out done in half an hour. But you have got to watch them, because sometimes if you've not made the mixture right, it needs to come out earlier. Sometimes it might need to have a couple more minutes more.
Oh boy. Sounds like you need experience doing it. I'm going to try it for the first time. I'll try it for the first time and see what happens.
You just make them, and if they don't come out, they don't come out. It's very basic ingredient.
And I'll still show my picture for our challenge. I somehow I'm going to have to give a heads up for this challenge, because people are going to have to know like when it's going to happen.
So who's going to do it then? Who's
going to do the Yorkshire pudding challenge?
Yorkshire pudding, stroke, whatever
I'm
you want
going
to
to
call
try
it. So we're open to it being a different name if you want to call it a different name.
Who's up for the Yorkshire pudding challenge? Okay, I'm up for the Yorkshire pudding. I'm gonna put it in here. I'm typing it in.
Yorkshire cookie 101. Cookie. They're not a biscuit. And everybody's going to say,
Picker Rick better be in it. He cooks a lot.
Mm.
And maybe Bobby will try it.
Create cream puffs, and confuse everyone. Or is this another name for them? Cream puffs. So basically, right, the Yorkshire pudding is just a basic classic. So people must have took that Yorkshire pudding and
Pink is a cook too. Pink is a professional cookie baker, but she'll only do it if she has time. Pencil connoisseur still here. Who said they were a biscuit?
I've got to say, you know, even if you're a professional cook, you can get caught out by Yorkshire puddings.
Really, it can mess you up. It
can. So don't be upset if you get it wrong, because it's about timing Yorkshire puddings.
Really?
Yeah. Leave them in too long and they go too crisp and hard. Don't leave them in long enough and they're too soggy. But that's all down to how you do your mix. It might take you a few goes at it to actually get it right. I'm just glad I can go to my local store and buy one.
You just buy them.
I do. I know how to make them, and I've made them myself, and I can make them, but I don't do them that often. So because of being able to go just down the road and buy them, but because your guys in USA don't have those in the shop, then your only option is to watch a video and do it yourself, which is the best way to do it, because a fresh Yorkshire pudding is better than one that's
do you live in Yorkshire? You live in Yorkshire?
I do, yeah.
Oh boy. You're the expert.
No, I'm not really.
But the next time, I remember you said definitely Fridays you could probably be on. The other days were like up in the air, like maybe you could join. So today was a Tuesday and you were able to join, but
just a second.
I don't know, maybe
I'm just going to look at something, see whether I can find it. It is a little bit like a Da Vinci Code pencil, I can tell you.
Did you read that?
Especially for me, who was a non-cook. I mean, I burn toast, so, and I burnt water.
And Pink Prozac, who's the professional cookie maker, says she watches a lot of the British cooking shows, and she does say that getting the Yorkshire pudding just right is hard. What, Ian is getting something? Okay, he's getting something. We're waiting for Ian just to come back, and then we'll see. And then we'll see. Yeah, you love the original Looney Tunes. Me too, Mystic Unigon. I love the original Looney Tunes. And then pick Rick if you took a right turn that wrong because always got left. Just ask Ricky, Bobby, LOL. Oh, because in racing you always go left. Just ask Ricky Bobby.
Where are you? No. Oh, there you are.
And what are you're looking at something, Ian?
Yeah. Let me take this off so I'm not damaging.
Oh, what's that? One of your kit? One of your
Aunt Betty's
That's
giant Yorkshire pudding. Unfortunately, in me travelling it up to the room, this is a frozen Yorkshire pudding, but it's broke. It's broke.
It's broken.
That's
it.
That's a frozen Yorkshire pudding because they're very fragile when they're frozen like this. So you've got to be careful. That is useless now.
So it is a bowl. It's a bowl.
Well, yeah. You put it in. You know, cupcake. A cupcake thing.
Yeah.
When you're making a cupcake and you put your mixture in a cupcake thing and then you put it in oven, you put it in one of those. And it like grows up round it, but rather than it puffing up like a cake does, it goes up so far on outside, and then it flops back in, and it makes that a bowl, and you can put whatever you want in it. There you go. That's quality YouTube education for you. You all know about what it is now. I'm just going to go and put this away because it could still be resurrected.
All right. You got it. He has to put it back in his freezer. He showed us he showed us what the Yorkshire pudding looks like. Anybody up for the Yorkshire pudding challenge? I'm gonna try to make one if I can. Yeah. And then you take a picture of it or a video of it. Thing is, we couldn't show it here. How can we show it on a live stream? If you're on panel, if you're on panel and you participated in the challenge, you could show take a picture of it and you could show your picture of it on the panel like this by holding it up to the camera, and then that way you can show a picture of it. Other than that, like if you make a video of it, then you just put the link in our chat. The next, maybe for next week. I don't know. Well, Ian is usually here on Fridays, and it was an impromptu pop-in that he came in here on a Tuesday. But if I let him know ahead of time that a bunch of people have participated in the Yorkshire pudding challenge, then I'll let him know, and I could give him a date. I can give him a day when to come back, other than a Friday. Let's see. Oh, Paul, making you hungry. Okay. I don't know. Pickerick, is he saying yes, he is going to try it? Thank you, Bobby, for the update. 31 likes. If you just got here, or if you got here and you forgot, thumbs up or the the be all and end all for YouTube. Yes, for YouTube videos. Be all and end all. It totally affects our success and our growth. Thank you for all the thumbs up. I was trying to beat my record, the record of 50 from 2 weeks ago Sunday. Right, like tortilla bowls. Yeah, like Mystic Unicorn, kind of like, yes. And Bobby says Rick is going to show us eating one. Don't forget the mushy peas, Paul says. Mystic Unicorn says, Rick, this is why it would be awesome to have everyone on here in my Discord server. I could make a channel for those types of challenges. She could make a channel for those types of challenges where we could share pics and stuff. Oh, okay. Oh, Bobby's going to mush some peas up right now. Pink says, I used to talk to people on Discord, but I haven't been on there in a long time. I only learned of Discord recently, where if they have the service of somebody reading the chat, like a YouTube chat to you in your ear, like a friend will read to you, so you don't like, for me, I wouldn't have to read the chat. Somebody from Discord service would, my friend, different friends could read it, and I could hear it in my ear, whatever's going on in the chat. Ooh, and Mystic Unicorn says, ooh, peas. Ooh, I hate mushy peas. I use Slack now and had to eat those in school in England.
Back.
Oh, they're talking, they got into the subject of mushy peas.
Mushy peas. That's another thing you can have on the Yorkshire pudding.
Yeah, but there's a controversy because some people like it and some people don't.
Yeah, it's one of them take it or leave it things. It's nice. I like mushy peas if you mash them up into some potato.
Oh yeah, because potato's already mushy, so then you add it to the
just
potato.
add it all in, and it actually, and some people like to do that once you've got your tatty all mashed up and with other little bits, and put it in a fry up. You know, put it in a frying pan with a bit of oil and fry it, and it turns into like a thin cake. Not
really?
not
fry it up
it's like a savoury cake. Yeah, well, not like a pancake, but it's a potato cake.
Oh, it's like a potato cake. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you fry it?
Well, you mash it all together. You put whatever you're mashing together all together, and then you put it in your frying pan and let it fry. And I suppose you get I don't know, one of them cutters and just into it, and then pull it out.
Nice.
And it's like a fried potato. Very nice.
A fried potato cake. I think I've had them before.
Yeah, fried potato cake.
So you've been on here for almost 2 hours, Ian. You're a night owl though, right?
Well, I mean, it's 11 o'clock now. I'm surprised I'm not being dinged to go and be a moderator on one at Lives, because I should.
Oh, really? Usually you get notifications to be moderators on other live streams.
Yeah, well, they contact me and say we're going live in such and such a time, and then we get ourselves ready. So
Well, thank you so much for being here. It was an impromptu because I'm normally we're saying like normally you were saying mostly on Fridays you'd be able to show up. So this was impromptu that you could show up on a
Well, I
Tuesday.
mean, I've got to say Tuesday at the moment is one of the few days when I can. I mean, I have been doing this painting all day. I've been doing that. I spent, and that's only because it's the only day I generally get free where I'm not on anybody's chat. So
Is that Tuesdays and Fridays?
sometimes Fridays, and sometimes it depends on my schedule. If I've got a busy week ahead of myself, it I don't have hardly any time at all at the moment. But
Okay.
I've got to get some artwork done because I've not done a video for nearly 2 weeks.
Oh wow. Okay.
This is first painting proper that I've done for nearly 2 weeks. So I've not put anything else up as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Because we're having to chase around after all sorts of other things.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for so much for stopping by here. I appreciate it so much.
Well, I'll reschedule myself and make sure I've got more creative art output.
Okay.
And
usually I just go for 2 hours here.
well, I was saying to somebody today, 2 hours is more than enough for human brain to take in.
I know.
Scientists say that people lose interest in something after about half an hour.
After
So,
about half an hour, right?
believe it or not, unless something radically changes within that pattern. If you're doing something for half an hour, if you don't change within half an hour, change the pattern of what's going off, and they say that the human brain starts to lose interest after about
Right.
half an hour.
Yeah.
What you need to do is think in cycles of half an hour of what you do.
Okay. Some YouTube, he's a YouTube advice giver. I don't know if he's an expert yet, but he says every 30 seconds you got to show something like that you're about, like something moving on your video that's showing that something new is going to happen in every 30 seconds.
Well, I mean, that's a bit extreme. It depends on what it is that you're doing.
Right.
Most people who go on a particular thing, let's say we were doing Yorkshire pudding baking for beginners, right? You're not going to be able to show something different every 30 seconds, are you? It's a procedural based thing. So it will change what you're doing, but dependent on what it is that you're actually demonstrating will depend on how many changes there are in that particular demonstration.
Right.
So
This YouTube guy, he gave an example of a sign that behind him, he has a special kind of sign that moves, and animated sign, and it changes every 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's where I'm looking at the moment. I'm looking at animated backdrops for your video, so that at least something's changing and adjusting. But if thing is, at the end of the day, if you're truly interested in learning how to do a particular thing, it don't matter whether it changes one every hour or one every 30 seconds. You're there to learn about what that procedure is. If you're just there for entertainment purpose, maybe you might want it to change.
Yeah, right. If you're there to learn something, you bypass all that. You have to pay attention no matter what.
Yeah. And what we as YouTube users or creators have to figure out is, what is our audience? Are they there for entertainment purpose, or are they there for learning learning about a particular procedure in art or whatever?
Yeah, I look at my analytics and I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't even want to say.
I don't really bother that much with analytics because you'll see
I
one
see
thing.
what the audience retention is. So if I have a 10-minute video, most people, the audience retention is, the average audience retention is 3 minutes.
Yeah, but that's an average, isn't it? If somebody comes in and looks for 30 seconds and goes, oh no, this is not the video for me.
Yeah, it's
even,
an average.
Even though somebody else might have watched it all the way
Long.
through, it's going to pull your average down really high. That really.
Right.
So I wouldn't overly worry about that. In fact, actually, 3 minutes on a 10-minute video is actually quite high. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That not everybody, they might go to your video, but they might not be interested in what it is that you were. They may have been looking for something, a specific video. I mean, I looked for something the other day, and it weren't exactly what I wanted. So I thought I've got a certain amount of time to look up this particular thing, and I cut it off after a minute because it just wasn't what I was looking for. And that unfortunately will do that person's retention time down.
Yeah.
But there's nothing you can do about it. They need to be a lot more specific about what it is that they're saying in their videos. You know, in the tagged words and the explanation, they need to be more explanatory and say, look, this is specifically what I'm looking at. And if they don't, then they're going to get people who come along and think, oh, that's about that particular thing I want to look for. And then when it isn't, that's why you get thumbs down, because basically you've wasted somebody's time.
Or they're just meanies. People just being mean.
Yeah, people do thumbs down because they've got nothing else better to do with their brain. So, I mean, we've already chatted about this thumbs down thing. I don't think it achieves anything, to be frank.
Oh, yeah, YouTube is doing away with it.
Well, the testing certain. I'd like to keep it for the sake of balance. I'd like to keep it,
and it shows engagement. YouTube does not look down upon thumbs down. They still look at it as engagement.
If it's used properly, it's right. But what I'd like to see is you can only give a thumbs down if you give a thorough explanation of why. And then at least you've got an idea. It might be, oh, Ian, don't like this video because the quality of the video is not very good. And then I can go away and go, I better work at my video. When I get a thumbs down, right, I don't know why they're giving me a thumbs down. So it's not engagement to me, because they've not really stated why.
All right. Yeah, you're right. Your new fan, Slee Stack Rules, says that Ian, he's gonna watch your videos tonight.
Thank you. I have all sorts of different types of videos. Be patient with my videos, because sometimes they're good and sometimes they're not so good. I try all sorts of things out on my videos. It's mainly art, but I have one or two. I had one the other day that were testing out various bits on OBS. And
Hi, Dave's Backyard Chickens. Oh, sorry. Hi, Dave's Backyard Chickens.
I'm going to be doing a few more videos like that soon on how to set up an OBS that you can use as a backdrop for streaming video. You know, from scratch, from absolute start to beginning, like opening the program to becoming a person who knows how to press every button. Not that I know every button, because I change them every couple of months, but I'm starting to get to a stage with OBS that I've got a bit of confidence to be able to.
Oh, you do OBS?
I do use OBS,
Oh
yeah.
my goodness. I don't know that I looked at that briefly and it looked very hard.
Once you get used to it, it's not. You just got to get used to certain things on it, and it is actually quite simple once you get into the swing
You
of
have to
things.
get it all set up. Setting
Yeah.
it up is a little difficult.
Once you and knowing what it is that you're setting up as well. So if you know what that does, then you've got a rough idea what you want to do with it. So it's a matter of that, really. I tell you what I haven't done. Let's just do I want to commit to giving it a thing already? Let's have a look.
Mystic Unicorn says, Diana, have you ever seen the really tiny canvases? Yes. Oh, yes. I think I have seen like really tiny canvases. That kind of art. Yes.
I've got a few 2-inch by 2-inch canvases.
Oh yes, and I've made like 3-inch, either 3-inch or by 3-inch or 4x4-inch on masonite. I've painted on masonite. I've painted that small. I've painted that small before. Yeah.
Right, where are we?
Actually, I did face fragments. They were like encaustic collage covered face fragments, like just the eye and part of the nose, and then black and white photo, and then covering it with hot encaustic wax. But that's not my forte. I don't like to work really tiny like that. No, because of my vision disability. So no. Unless it's collage with the encaustic, but not painting. I didn't want to paint a picture like that with its the 3x3 inches. No.
Painting on tiny canvases is best left to paint that you can control quite easily, like oil, for example, and everybody
acrylic.
Yeah, everybody acrylic. But apart from that, I don't recommend that anybody.
Not watercolor.
Not what. Well, I'll give you an example. I'm doing a challenge at the moment, and I've just had to stop for a while because I've got other things to do. But tiny little what you would call playing card size, but you can't get any detail in them because they're that small.
So that's bigger than artist trading card size.
No, that's artist trading card size.
2.5 by 3.5 inches.
What, 4.5? No, these are 3.5 by 2.5.
Right, that's artist trading card size.
All right. So I mean, to be honest with you, they're so small in watercolor that you can't get any big heavy washes on them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're faffing about with detail, which is not something that you want to do in watercolor. So they end up being not very good paintings. So for me, I mean, most successful one I've done out of them is this. And even that you can't really get any detail. But because as a watercolorist, I've moved away from using small brushes. The only brushes I've got left are fairly large brushes. So and that's not good for very small, tiny detail paintings. So I don't know. Like I said, we a 2-inch by 2-inch canvas with oil or acrylic, you can get away with it because you can work in detail. But not for me, watercolor. Put it this way: if I were to do paintings like that, for the smaller the painting, the more I'd charge.
Oh, the smaller the painting, the more you charge.
Yeah, because there's that much more harder to do.
I don't know. I don't know.
They're
That's
not.
not the basic way to charge for stuff.
Well,
That-
no, but thing is, at the end of the day, fair enough, they're not as big, but they're much harder to do than a normal standard. If I were to do this,
Then you just wouldn't do them. If you're going to have them for sale, then I would say you just don't do them because you need to charge by the square inch.
well, some artists do it, and sometimes it's down to how much work you have to put into a piece of work.
So that's the materials, and I think materials and time. Usually that's reserved for a commission piece, materials and time.
Vast majority of work is commission work, isn't it?
Well, no, not for me. Most of the work I've sold is not commissioned work.
Well,
hi, Wandering Art, welcome.
if I were to do this painting on this size paper that I'm doing now, it'd be faster for me to paint that on that at that
Right.
this.
You couldn't do it for sale unless it was a commission piece.
It's because doing a painting small is so fiddly and time consuming.
Right.
That's why you raise the price. When something's time, if I can do that in an hour, and that takes me 2 or 3 hours, which one is going to be the most expensive? This one that's small or this one?
Usually bigger paintings cost more, but unless you're going to commission the piece and explain that to somebody, I would reserve that for a commission.
But not, like you said, not all paintings are commissioned. But it don't mean to say though that because it's a smaller painting that it takes any less time. And time to a commercial artist is the key factor.
Well, there's different ways of pricing. There's charging by the square inch, there's charging by the linear inch, there's charging by materials and time.
Well, things if that took me twice as long to do,
right,
but it's only that size and I can only charge a certain amount, it's pointless me doing that picture, isn't it? I might as well just say, sorry, the minimum size picture that I do is that size and it's a set price. So that, I mean, it cuts miniatures it cuts them out. So you've got to have that pricing in place just in case somebody wants you to do a miniature.
Yeah, if it was a commission. The commission is totally different. Then you can say you're charging by price and time and materials.
Even if it's not a commission, it still took that time to do it.
I know. That's why I would take it out. I wouldn't put that in my standard lineup of things. I would reserve that for a commission.
No, something like this. I'm only doing this because it's part of a challenge I'm doing. I would never do paintings like this because they take ages and ages. And as you say, at the end of the day, I won't get nothing for it. I mean, if I got £2 for that, and a painting as big as this, I can charge £25-30. As big as that one, and that took less time to do that than it took to do this.
That's why whatever. There's other ways there's all different ways of pricing. But we gotta stop right now. So it's been 2.5 hours. I went over like about 30 minutes. And thank you so much. And Ian, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it so much. It was an impromptu. He was an impromptu guest for today, and I loved him stopping by. Thank you so much, Ian. And if he can, Ian, it'd be great. You said Fridays. Maybe you're able to stop by. If you could stop by on Friday, that would be awesome. If not, we just take it. We can we take you when we can get you. So whenever it's good for you, I can't stay on longer now. But
well,
thank you so much, Ian. Yes.
Thanks for having us on anyway, and we'll see how we go on Friday. My problem is I've got to schedule myself some time.
Yeah, whenever you can, whatever. So.
to make my own video, and it's critically important
Right.
that I get a video up myself.
Okay, so we might see on Friday, maybe not, but you just said you had said before, and Fridays might be a good day. But here, yeah,
It all depends on how far I get in week with any videoing. I mean, 'cause
okay,
I know tomorrow unless I skip 1 or 2 live sessions,
right.
I'm not going to get time tomorrow to do any video.
Wow, you're booked on the live sessions. You have to moderate, right?
Yeah, and that's it. That's the
Wow.
problem. I've got that many live sessions that I'm booked up on. So anyway, we'll see you later.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ian, and everybody,
All
and
right,
thank you to my
bye
moderator.
all.
Love and hugs,
Thanks, Paul.
everybody, and
Thanks, Terry.
thumbs up if you
Thanks,
forgot.
everybody. Bye-bye. Right, where's oh, where are you? Am I still here? Looks like I'm still here. How do I get rid of this? Leave.